Hi guys, I really need to make an important point, and that's based off a question I got just now on my YouTube channel from a person asking me about severe relapses and if I've ever experienced a severe relapse, and yes, I have many times. That's the reason I was ill for such a long time, because it was just I had no help. I had to learn everything through trial and error. And basically, this person uh, was doing great for the past 2 months, and one day she felt as though she had come a long way. She felt as though, I can actually go out today, I can go shopping and do all these different things. And here's the mistake. I always tell people to listen to their body, and that's true. You should only listen to your body when it's tired. When you get a surge of energy, when you get a wide but tired feeling, you get, even if it's just a surge of energy, because I used to, there's been a few times where I would, all of a sudden, like a light switch just turned on and I felt normal for about 5-10 minutes. And back then I would go, oh my god, I've been waiting for this moment for years, and then go and do something drastic, and that would just punish me later on. So now she's had a severe relapse. She doesn't know what to do. She's hopeless about the situation. Now, during recovery, and you're changing all the things in a positive way, your diet, your sleeping pattern, your behaviors, your stress levels, how you react to them, all these different things, you're changing them, you've seen progress finally. One day you wake up and you feel as though, I can go for a walk today. Don't listen to it. Don't listen to it. The analogy that I can give you is, if you're an iPod, wait until the thing is fully charged before you take it out of the socket, because otherwise you're running the risk of relapsing. When I was at my wit's end and I was really going to all lengths to try and recover, I would have days where I was like, I'm feeling significantly better today. I'm feeling better today. I feel like I could potentially go for a walk today. No, I didn't listen to it. I carried on as I was. I did everything properly. I went to bed properly. I ate properly. I relaxed properly. I still engaged in everything I was doing. I ignored my body this time. And in the end, this paid off, because that little dip is just your body trying to, it's like a look into the future kind of thing. I'm not explaining it properly, but it's like a glimpse of what you can feel like in 3-6 months time. And when I ignored that, I didn't rush out and do any sort of exercise, it would dim back down again. I would take a few steps back from that, and I'd go back a bit from that energy, and I would continue doing the same thing regardless of how I felt. If I felt good, great, I kept doing what I was supposed to be doing. If I felt bad, I didn't question myself. I just did everything in a day that would benefit me recovering, and keep doing that, whether I felt good or not. And eventually it balanced out 8 months down the line, where I finally felt I was able to do something. I was able to go for a walk. And at this point, I would say I was about 80-90%. I still didn't push myself. I would still just go, right, I do feel fine today. I finally feel fine. I'll walk to my grandma's, which was a 5-10 minute walk. And I would do that walk, go to her house, just sit down and everything, and then walk home eventually. And then over the next few days, I would just look back and say, right, how has this affected me? Am I okay? Right, that was okay. I'll do the same again. 2-3 days later, do the walk again. Walk home. Check back over the next 2-3 days. Be very, very cautious about spending your energy after you've been with an illness like this. Don't rush into anything. Now, I did that continuously for about a month or so, and then I started adding more time to my walks, and I was just carefully treading. And as I don't really recall at what point I started to do weights and stuff, but it was around 90% minimum, 95%, where I was going for 30-40 minute walks and not having any negative effects 3 days after. Back during my illness, if I had pushed myself to go for a 10-15 minute walk, I would know about it for a good 3, 4, 5 days after that. So, what am I trying to say in this video? I'm rambling on again, but I feel like it's good to talk to you in this way because it's just me just remembering what I was like during this illness and recovering, and I think you'll be able to relate to it more effectively, me talking this way to you, just like we're just chatting, than polished editing, cutting bits out and everything. So what am I trying to say for this video is, during recovery, be very cautious about spending energy regardless of how you feel. See, this is where I disagree with when people recommend exercising your way out of illness. I really, from my experience, it's something that pulled me back. It really did. Now, people say, but if you're not using your muscles and stuff, won't they just deteriorate and stuff? Yeah, they are going to get weaker. I was incredibly weak, but the patience I had during my illness to finally get to the finishing line meant that, right, I can strengthen my body now without risking relapsing. Relapsing is far, far more important to avoid than it is to avoid deterioration of strength. You can build that up later, like I have. For example, today I was doing 7 chin-ups, and then I was doing weighted chin-ups. A year ago, I was feeling weak and tired from going up the stairs, so a bit more than a year ago, actually. What was I trying to say? Yeah, yes, you are going to be very weak after you've recovered because you've not used your body properly for a long time, and that's okay. For example, when I first recovered and I went to the gym, not to the gym, I had my home gym here, I went to do the bench press and I could only barely do the bar without shaking, trembling, how weak my arms were, how weak my body was, how weak my forearms were. Now, that is annoying that you're that weak to start with, but I was recovered. It was like, right, I can progress now, and I did. So, bottom line, again, is be very cautious with using your energy. Try and avoid using your energy at all, as much as possible. Even if you feel like you have energy, conserve it. Charge your iPod. So, yeah. If you have any questions, of course, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you next time.